Hello, this is Culture Shift, and our idea is to change people's mindset. So the team consists of me, I'm Glenn, and
So
this
the
is
problem is, what does cultural shift do? Problem 1. Innocent animals get killed and ignored. Problem 2. People aren't aware of the environment around them. And problem 3. The loss of habitats. 160,000 square kilometers per year, which equates to a loss of approximately 1% of original forest habitat each year.
The Utopia. Solution 1. Allowing people to notice the beauty of all animals around habitats. Solution 2. Educating people about how the environment around them is being harmed. Solution 3. Allowing people to notice the beauty of all environment and habitat and their responsibilities.
right. So as you've seen before, we've worked with the Albanian classes where there was the smaller kids, and we tried to get them over and join our projects. All three of them. We also worked with the sports sessions. So every Saturday morning, kids would go and talk about how nature and like trying to enjoy it. We also did the events like the Kosovo event, and we did our presentation about different landmarks and how they're important to everyone. And this is some of our work that we've done so far. There's loads from some posts, which I'm going to talk about later, and from our uh, outside your window, I think it was called project, which was very fun.
Our service. We want to help the animals and, in general, the environment. In order to complete this, we need to spread the word and awareness as much as we can through the social media sites and pages, hopefully catching people's eyes.
So our final goal of Culture Shift is to influence people to be environmentally conscious. That means so they know what about the environment around them. And the way we're going to do this is by social media. So by having our own Instagram page, our own YouTube channel, and our website. And first step would be creating all of them. Second step is making enough content so it's entertaining for people and they could relate to it and they could join maybe. And then linking all together with our website.
Why and how it will benefit the wildlife and community. One way which it will benefit the wildlife and the community is that by creating these information outlets, people will be aware of how things really are and how they can change to lead to improvement.
Right, so our budget. So again, we have a budget of £600, and our main amount of the budget will be spent on our website, which can go between 60 to 120 based on how professional we want it and how good we want it to look. We also will need our own URL, so it seems personalized and a good website, and it could be trusted. So that could be around £10 at the max, and we can link it to other social media pages. Also, to pique interest on our posts and get people to notice them, we might want to promote them, and this could be £35 per week.
Okay, let's have questions.
I'll go first.
Yeah, go for it, Claire.
Well, I'm so keen to ask you some questions. Well done, guys. That was a really good presentation as well. It looks, really, really well done. Obviously, what I've noticed from both of your groups is that you're working really well as a team. And so I'm kind of interested in how easy or difficult was it to work together to come up with your project idea, particularly trying to do it all over Zoom. So just talk me through how you kind of work as a team to come up with your ideas.
I'll answer, I guess. It was fine. We're going to Zoom calls. We got together and we just started just writing the information out best we could describe it. And it's not as easy as being face to face. However, it was still quite enjoyable.
Good.
Yeah.
And did you find it easy to agree on what your idea was going to be, or did you have loads of ideas and then have to kind of whittle it down to one?
We already pre-planned all the ideas, so we had like mind mapped them, not physically, cool. But we had them mind mapped, and we just picked, and we picked on social media and those specific ones.
Great, excellent. I really like mind mapping tools, so that's really good to hear. Well done, guys. Thank you. That was fine. I do have another question, but someone else might ask it. So if they don't, I'll ask it at the end. being cheeky.
All right, I'll ask my question. So yeah, really fantastic idea, and yeah, making the most of I guess this lockdown period as well. So you're still taking action, even if we're not allowed to kind of move around and get out on site and things as well. So yeah, really good and creative idea. My question was, have you already started to think about what kind of social media posts you would like to do? What those could potentially look like?
I'll answer this one. So we were thinking about a YouTube channel because a lot of people have that, and I think it would be a really good site. It would be a good page to spread the word and the awareness of the culture shift and helping the environment and animals. And we've also done an Instagram page, which we've done already. And I think also that one would be quite good because it's a popular and it's a big site, and I think it will catch more people's eyes.
Brilliant. And you guys as a group will be creating the content on those channels, right? I can see Glenn nodding his head.
I think we will do it as a team, even though it's harder to do it that we're not face to face. But we can still make a way to post the content as a team.
Do you want to ask a question, Alia?
Yeah, I was just going to follow up by that. Actually, what kind of stuff have you put on Instagram so far? And also, in terms of the content, is it going to be cross the Keep It Wild project, or is it just is it only going to be Culture Shift that you'll be showing the stuff on Instagram and YouTube?
We all work together as a group, like all three groups work together, like Keep It Wild. So we post like about both all of the groups. Like Keep It Wild is one page of Instagram, and we post about each group. And like some people post about veganism or like vegetarian to like make people healthier and stop killing innocent animals. Mm-hmm. And some people talk about like foxes or anything. Like Keep It Wild is like cultural shift, can do, and living in harmony. So like, yeah.
That's brilliant. And in terms of the culture shift, I know you spoke a bit about speaking to like the bigger like Albanian, Kosovan community. Is it aimed at everyone, or is it aimed at the people within like that community?
To everyone. Like we want to influence people to join our project and spread awareness.
And what do you think at the moment? It seems like loads of things are going in place. Like what do you think the timeline is for like setting up the YouTube page and getting the first video up, and who needs to do what by when?
It's really hard to like do it immediately, but we like trying to do everything we can because of the lockdown is really hard. But like we're trying to do the best we can. So like we can make a website and a YouTube channel and create everything, do Zoom calls and everything, and influence people and spread awareness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you've done so much already in such a short period of time, and during a time where none of like I don't know if you've all physically met each other, so you should be so proud of yourself. You've done so much, so good job.
I'm going to ask a question. Yeah, that was really great. I really loved how informative your presentation was, and it seems like you've done so much research about using social media. So I was going to ask, how did you decide on your idea of using like social media to campaign, and was it kind of from your media training that you got inspired, or from using social media in your personal lives?
So the idea was to have awareness like worldwide, as many people as we can get, and the easiest way we found is through social media, because loads of people use it. So we got our idea from that, and we had to pick which social media. So we decided to pick two biggest ones, so basically YouTube and Instagram. And for content for both, Instagram will be easier. That's why we started early. And then with Keep It Wild, hopefully we can do videos when we're all together. If not, we can do them individually, like Zoom calls.
Amazing. And do you do you have any kind of Instagram accounts that you're following at the moment that you really like, that you might kind of get inspiration from, or like YouTube accounts?
There was an example. I forgot his name. It was a person, and he raised tigers, and he took care of them, and he showed people how they're not, these species are in danger. These animals need help, and that's a very big inspiration for like how our content look like.
Amazing work, thank you.
Can I ask my second question? Be really cheeky. I was just wondering if you've had any thoughts yet about the website at the end of the project, and whether that's something that you'd want to kind of carry on keeping updated, because obviously the problem with websites is they can go out of date quite quickly. So I was just wondering what your ideas were at the moment about the website.
I think you're right. They can go out of date, but I think I don't know for the three of us, but it's definitely something that even before the Keep It Wild team, I've always had like an inspiration for animals and the environment, and that many animals were getting harmed. People aren't aware of this, so I think even after we could still carry on, even like doing videos separately or together, it would still be a good idea to still spread awareness.
Thank you. Excellent.
The website, we could, so the decision was between keeping like a portfolio, like showing, oh yeah, this is all our work for this project, and there you go, you can view it, you can follow along, and you can see how we did. Or we could keep on updating it and do work on it every now and then, even individually, you know, in groups. And I guess we're still kind of deciding if we want to carry it on like individually, one by one, just do content by ourselves and just keeping updated generally, or just have all our work in one place and so people can see it.
Yeah, makes sense. Definitely. Thank you.
And is it like going to be a sub part of the Shpresa, the actual Shpresa website, or is this like it's your own? You're the guardians of environment. You'll keep it wild.
Our own.
Hours.
That's great. I'm really impressed. I do have one more question. How would you, in terms of, how do you feel like it will reflect the wildlife of London in particular, in terms of the needs of, the wildlife in London?
For example, London, it will be our basing point from like problems that are near us. So, because these are the easiest to spot. And they are going to be the first problems we face, like that we talk about, like parks which may be getting ruined, littered, or animals getting hurt, like foxes, which people shush away, ignore, and try not to, you know. And so this London problems will be the first we're going to talk about, and then if that's going very well, we're going to spread and spread and spread, and then.
I love that. It's like first step and then take over everything and change the world. I love it. It's really good. And it's a super ambitious project, so you should be proud of yourselves. And it also seems like you have all of the steps in place in order to achieve it. So well done.
Yeah, I just want to highlight, I think just on that, on your point, Glenn, I think that's actually a really good approach, like getting people to appreciate what is on their doorstep. You know, you guys are all living in London, in this city. So I think getting people to appreciate what's local to them first of all, and then broadening that out into what's happening perhaps on a global scale as well, I think is a really good approach.